If your list is bad, nothing else matters. You can have the best script, the best offer, the best follow-up, but if you're talking to the wrong people, you are just wasting your time. But here is the good news. You can build a great cold outreach list for just pennies on the dollar if you know where to look. And today I'll show you 3 sources that we use on a daily basis to pull thousands of targeted business leads for less than a cup of coffee. Let's get into it. Most people really overcomplicate this. They think they need some special list, some expensive data tool or some secret database to actually create a good list. You don't. You need the best list you can find at the right cost and the right timing, and then you need to start working that list. I've built entire campaigns based off free lists, based off real cheap lists. I've helped tons of businesses create their lists, and ultimately you got to go, hey, what can I imagine would be the best list? Where can I get that? Where can I afford it? And then you need to work it like crazy. But the first place to start is just public lists, okay? So stop looking for this like, hey, here's a double secret probation list that costs $1,000 to get access to. Start looking on LinkedIn and Google Maps, okay? 99.9% of your leads are Google Maps and LinkedIn. If you can't find them there, you're gonna struggle. Let's start with Google Maps, and I like to pair that with Gmaps Extractor because that's the best way to scrape it. You can also use Phantom Buster, but I like Gmaps Extractor. Let's say, again, I'm a commercial cleaning company in Tampa, and I wanna go after fitness centers. I'm gonna search fitness centers Tampa, fitness centers Brandon, fitness centers St. Petersburg. All right, and I'm going to get all of those fitness centers. I'm going to search for fitness centers. I'm going to search for gyms. I'm going to search for weightlifting, every other version of that word that I can find. Through that, Gmaps Extractors too, I think it's $100 a month. You could do this all manually. Gmaps Extractor will just help you do it at scale faster. But if you try to get every fitness center in the Tampa Bay area, you'll get a few hundred. It'll have business name. It'll have email address, it'll have website link, it'll have phone number. You'll be able to rock all of it. If you use Phantom Buster or Gmaps Extractor, it'll give it to you in a CSV. If you want to go deeper, then I recommend LinkedIn or LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So you have the fitness center, right? Let's say you're trying to call EOS Fitness, right? Like use Google Maps. But if you're trying to find the manager of EOS Fitness or the regional manager of EOS Fitness, that's when you should probably use LinkedIn. And LinkedIn Sales Navigator, I think is $100 a month too. And it allows you to do more connection requests and send more in-mails so it can help, okay? But how would you use LinkedIn? This is how you do it. You figure out people that you want to message, you connect them or request a connection with them. And then if they accept, you can send them a DM. If they don't accept, then you are out of luck. Or you can send some in-mails, they call it, like basically like a LinkedIn email. But try to find all of the people that you want to get in contact with, connection request them all. Hopefully they accept you, and then you can send them messages and reach out that way cold. What about if you are a real estate investor? If you're a real estate investor, you want to use public records. You can use PropStream. You can use all kinds of different data aggregators out there. But ultimately, you want to find distressed properties. And then they call it list stacking. It's like properties near me that have out-of-state landlords and are also tax delinquent, right? That's called list stacking. When you put multiple criteria on the same list, it makes it smaller and smaller and smaller. So list stacking is like a fancy way of saying filtering. How can you add more filters to get that perfect size list of the perfect quality that you want, okay? Real estate, you got to use public records to get after it. Then you have to decide, what is your strategy? Are you going cheap data, big data sets with cheap ways to reach out to them? Think about it like, I'm going to scrape Google Maps. I'm going to get 100,000 businesses, and then I'm going to send cold emails to all of them because that's all relatively cheap. And I understand my conversion's not going to be good. Or are you going to try to create a very small list? Think, the 50 real estate investors that I want to connect with. I'm going to find them all on LinkedIn and on Facebook, and I'm going to reach out to all of them, and I'm going to send them all gift baskets because they are so important to me, and it would be so valuable to try to convert them, right? Obviously that's a spectrum and there's a ton of stuff in between, but then you have to think, what is my budget? What is my timeline? How big of a list do I actually want? And then how am I going to actually contact that list? Here are some mistakes that I would recommend avoiding. Stop buying lists off Fiverr and Upwork. We've tried, we've never had success. I do not recommend it. Stop mixing industries, right? Like if you are trying to go after businesses, I would go after fitness centers, and then I would go after schools, and then I would go after industrial. I would not try to mix those lists all together. It can be difficult. The other thing is I would not let my list rot, they call it, meaning Google Maps is updated all the time. LinkedIn is updated all the time because people are changing their jobs. So the data decays or rots over time. You want to make sure you have fresh data. Hence, paying for data off Fiverr, I never recommend because most of that stuff is way, way outdated. So you understand outbound marketing, cold outreach. Now, hopefully you understand how to get some of these lists. So then the next step is how to actually write cold emails that get replies and convert and put appointments on your calendar. If you want a step-by-step version of everything, we've got a lead gen playbook. Click the link down below. We also have a school group where I post live campaigns, give examples, and we also do office hours in there. It's completely free to join. We'd love to see you in there. Thanks for watching.